Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. After memorizing the Quran, you still have one extra step to fortify and solidify your hifz in order to retain your hifz as long as possible. Many people are so great at memorizing new ayahs and new surahs, but after a while, when they come to revise, they simply lose the hifz. In order to shield and protect your memorization, you have to do some extra steps more than what you have done during the memorization process. Number one, the power of repetition is the core part of any learning, especially for the Quran. As we see, the more you hit the nail with the hammer, the more firmly it will stick to the wall, and the more difficult it will be to remove. The rule of repetition: repeat and repeat and repeat as many times as you can until you can revise them perfectly. But what is the end point of repetition? What is the sign that tells me that until this point, yes, I should stop repetition because I have memorized perfectly and firmly? When you make no more than 3 mistakes in each entire page, this is the sign that you should move on to the next page. If you make 4 or more mistakes, it means that this page still needs more repetition from you. So don't be easy on yourself, especially in the first stage of memorization. We have 3 types of the memorized portion. Either we have unmemorized portion, the portion of Mus'haf you still don't memorize it yet, and we have very strong hifz like Al-Fatiha, like An-Nas, like Surah An-Naba, but we have also weak portion. The repetition process aims to completely cancel this part of your memorization, the weak part. So you have to divide your parts into only 2 parts, either strong part, strong portion, or unmemorized portion at all. Otherwise, this week is considered as unmemorized part. Interestingly, we have 2 types of memories: short-term memory and long-term memory. In order to move any information from the short-term to the long-term memory, you should repeat it not less than 65 times. Yes? That's why if you ask yourself why we don't ever forget Al-Fatiha, why we don't ever make any mistakes in Al-Ikhlas or Al-Falaq or An-Nas, that's because we have repeated them so many times, countless times. That's exactly what we are asked to do with all our memorized portions. Pray with your hifz, especially the new parts. And by praise here, I mean only the nawafil, not the fard. The best way to solidify your memorization is to use it in your prayer, in your salah, like al-qiyam, al-duha, as-sunnah, sunnah prayers, because reciting your newly memorized parts in the salah will help you solidify and cement the ayat into your heart and your mind as well, because you are in a state of deep concentration in your salah and connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Imagine that you are in your salah and you start memorizing and reading from Surah Al-Anbiya, for example. If you memorize Surah Al-Anbiya, you are moving on from an ayah to an ayah and so on, then you stop because you don't remember. In that case, you will brainstorm as vigorously as you can to get the ayah. If you get it, that's okay, you will continue your prayer. If you don't, you will immediately move to ruku'ah and fulfill your salah, and after that you will rush to your mushaf to get the ayah that you forgot. And I'm sure at this point you are not going to lose it or forget it again. Use timer for focus and discipline. Time management is key of consistency, as we said before in the previous video. Set a timer, specific amount of time, and allocate this time for each session. Keep yourself accountable and focused. This is a technique called the Pomodoro technique. It's a very popular method where you only allocate 25 minutes of deep focus, then you take 5-minute break. These short timings and breaks will help you focus more and help you achieve maximum concentration without getting burned out or without getting lost during the process. And of course, to manage finishing the session in only 25 minutes, use hadr speed only for the reviewing and revising, not for the first time memorization. We have three main speeds of recitation. We have tahqiq, which means very slow and careful reading. This is for ijaza, for learning and for memorizing in the first time. And we have tadwir, moderate speed. And we have al-hadr, the fastest one of them. It's not so fast, but it's faster than the previous two. You should use this hadr for your revising process, especially for the very old portion, not the new revision, the new parts of revision. That will allow you, of course, to cover a large amount of the Quran in a very short time. Be cautious. Never use hadr speed for the new memorization or for correcting your tajweed, where your tajweed is not perfect yet. It's only for the already mastered portions, the older portions of your hifz. And this is, subhanAllah, this is how Sahaba were dividing and organizing their hifz according to this approach, fami bishawqin, which means they revise Quran only in 7 days. The first day, fa from al-Fatiha. The second day, mim from al-Ma'idah. That means that they were reading or revising in the first day from al-Fatiha to an-Nisa. On the third day from Yunus. From the fourth day from Ba, Surah Bani Israel. It's also Surah Al-Isra. It also has another name, Bani Israel. The fifth day, they start from Al-Shu'ara. The sixth day, they start from Wa, Was-Safat. And the last day of the week, they start from Qaf. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to grant us barakah in our time and in our hifz to imitate the Sahaba, inshallah, and accept from us all. Back to our revising process. Regular testing, either self-assessment or external between you and your friend. If you hear about any competition, you should participate because that will also solidify and strengthen your hifz. It will put you under very good and positive pressure to achieve what you want. You can also use some reliable applications, Quran applications. For example, this application, I love it so much. It's called Ayat. You can go to the home page, press this button, select التلاوة والتحفيظ, select اختبار الحفظ, and select the starting and the end point of the test you want to take. It will give you a lot of numerous, endless questions until you get satisfied and confident of your hifz. You can automatically finish the test. If you have any other ideas or any other applications that help you doing that, please don't hesitate to write them down below in the comments in order to spread the benefits among all. Teach others. قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم خيركم من تعلم القرآن وعلمه. The best of you are those who learn the Quran and teach it as well. How it helps you when you explain or teach a section to someone else, even a child. Your brain will process the information in a very different way. Consistent and regular listening. Listen daily. Listen as much as you can. When you drive, when you are in the kitchen, anytime you find yourself available to listen, just listen. Make it a habit to listen to the recitation, especially the new portion. Again, the new portion from your favorite, skilled and reliable sheikh. That will help you get familiar with your ears to the ayat. Listen to the correct tajweed and recitation and follow. Last but not least, patience and endurance. Because this journey, you have to know that it will never end. Even if you complete your memorization and you have the entire mushaf, you are still responsible to revise it. After that, you are responsible to teach it to others. You have to revise and revise and revise. Otherwise, Quran will be lost from you, God forbid. Remember, this is the nature of the Quran. If you don't revise it, you will lose it. So the goal here is not to reach the end point, because there is no end point. It's only the consistency, not only completion of the Mus'haf. It's the consistency even after finishing the Mus'haf. You have to understand the true success of your journey with the Mus'haf is to stay with it, stay with the Quran, and never let it go.